Okay, so
you can go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks everybody. Thanks for having invited me and my company. I am Emanuele Zinna. I am the head of marketing of Shin Software. We start working in the 3D real-time ecosystem since 2011, even if our company depends its root in the video game industry. So I would like to share with you my experience of the past 3 years and how the ecosystem of Metaverse 3D real-time is evolving. So let's start. Well, 2020 represented a year that radically changed our lives, everybody all over the world. Out of the blue, in few weeks, companies and managers have simply lost their traditional market tool and certainties. In few weeks, many worldwide well-known events, trade exhibitions that be firstly postponed and suppressed, and national lockdowns, content forbidden, isolation, social distancing, all this one were just an example about what we had to face out of the blue. Well, during 2020, most of our daily tasks switched from physical to digital, with the result that companies and managers had to identify new ways to present products and to engage a customer audience who literally felt abandoned and frustrated by the absence of any satisfying customer experience. So a first relevant changing phase has started. I noticed it because before the pandemic issues, when I had the opportunity to make speech about real-time 3D interactive and the benefits of this kind of technology, a huge number of companies consider my work something close to video games, science fiction, a nice to have, but maybe in the future option. So basically the answer was no thanks. But I can assure you that this perception has radically changed in the past year. Nowadays, in fact, thanks also to the positive effect of well-knowing big market player actions such as Meta, Nvidia, Unreal, Epic, companies do not like at real-time 3D as mumbo jumbo anymore. They know that real-time 3D interacting can provide them solid tools for an effective remote audience engagement. It has become a must-have tool, so the attitude has changed from the previous no thanks to yes, please, tell me more. I personally consider real-time 3D interactive as a fluid. It's a kind of clay that has to be shaped accordingly to companies' need and strategy, and the digital twins are the substance of this clay. So what exactly a digital twin? What is the definition of digital twin? It is a digital replica of a living or non-living object. It's not just a mere reproduction. It's a clone that looks, acts, and reacts as the original one. Or in case of virtual prototyping or in product configurators, where the digital twin is then, it is an outcome of a process as it would look, act, and react. But how can we create a digital twin for Metaverse? Because we are talking about Metaverse now. Well, since we're talking about real-time 3D interactive technology, the 3D files are the bedrock on which build the digital twin construction process. It's clear then that some companies, for example, many of those in the manufacturing industry, already have their tool in the 3D files as an output of product design software. In this case, to the geometry of the shape, we have to add the virtual material, which is made by stratified layer of information for a perfect photorealistic quality and a true look and feel perception. And then a rule-based engine will manage, check, and process every interaction, behavior, and configuration with data-driven approach. But unfortunately, as Alex has already said, other companies do not have a 3D file as a starting point of a product life cycle due to many reasons. traditional or manual prototyping, lack of 3D skills, competencies, or simply opposition to digital innovation. In this case, we have to adopt a reverse engineering approach, and starting from a physical, we have to achieve the digital. At first, we have to digitize the geometries and material, and then we will combine them, exploiting the data-driven rule-based engine to generate a fulfilling digital experience. In both cases, the native or the reverse engineering approach, the aim is to fill a digital model library app that will open the metaverse's gate. And that's why we created Show in 3D, a content management and application building platform for metaverse, able to replicate any product, process, or environment without editing a single line of code, and transform a cold 3D CAD file into an expressive, engaging, and emotional real-time application that can be used in any metaverse platform, or, as we'll see in just a few seconds, a company can generate its own metaverse area. So the process is really easy. The user can import the 3D files and upload data from several different sources, such as text files, images, values from price lists, SIP, can import, generate, and display PDFs, videos, and images as well, and can also acquire configuration and rules for a single, simple spreadsheet. So then all the information are going to be edited and processed by the platform, on the platform by the user, with a video authoring tool, with a what you see is what you get approach. So no code. It's totally codeless. You don't have to be a ninja coder to create a real-time 3D application. Then, once we have this digital twin repository available, we are ready to deploy the contents in a metaverse, clustering the experience according to the company strategy, digital product showing, tools for marketing and sales as product configurator, virtual try-on, try before buy experiences, application for training, education, and even post-sales assistance. So what is clear and certain are the 4 pillars that make Show in 3D a cutting-edge tool. It's scalable because after having created a 3D interactive application, the experience can be extended to the entire product collection, from a single product to a digital warehouse. It's multiverse, in the meaning that a real-time 3D application can be exported in a metaverse, or, as I said, a company can generate its own metaverse. It's cross-platform. The same experience is seamlessly available for iOS, Android, Windows, Mac, but also WebGL, immersive virtual reality, augmented reality, still without editing a specific version of the application. And of course, is 100% data-driven. The platform can autonomously manage very, very complex configuration rules using multiple variables and different sources. So in Shin software, we know that a picture worth 1,000 words, but we used to say that an experience is worth 1,000 pictures as well. I'm going to change the, I'm going to share a live demo here. I hope that you're able to see it. In this case, it's quite easy, right? It's a watch, very nice watch, luxury watch, I mean, but the interesting fact is the aspect that we have connected to a static 3D model, static in the meaning that it's a closed, it's a cold 3D CAD file. We have connected an interactive, an external source of information. In this case, the watch, as you can see over here, is still working. It's working because it's showing the client's time zone. So in this case, I am in Italy, in Central Europe time. So as you can see over here, the watch is working. Of course, I'm able to switch from different product configuration. I can get close to appreciate the details, because the photorealistic quality of material is close to be mandatory in fashion, jewelry, interior designer, home furniture. And then I can play over here, but I can be able to generate an automatic video, but in real time, because as you can see over here, my hands are over and the watch is still working while the system is creating this video. And this very powerful tool, even for batch render video creation. As you can see, there are a lot of camera movements, a sequence of camera movements to appreciate the quality of the product. And then, of course, I am able to place this product in augmented reality, or in case of a large environment or a digital store as the one that I'm going to share with you right now, I may be able to use the virtual reality, the immersive virtual reality. In this case, I hope so that, yes. As you can see over here, we have an environment with some shelves over here. There are some shoes. There are, of course, I'm able to navigate from an area to another one. But in this shelf, I'm able to click on the product and appreciate the quality of this product. And then, of course, I can add other information such as prices, an action, a call to action, put in a basket, purchase it, or create animation to see and customize the product. Or I can navigate through pre-customized products as well. So in this case, there are different kind of products. But if I go closer over here, you can really appreciate the quality, the details of the leather, and so on. While, of course, I can go back and I can move across my store in a virtual reality. So in order to avoid motion sickness with virtual reality, we strongly recommend the teleport function. And so clicking over here, I'm in another side of the store department. I can click on the model, and over here, I'm able to appreciate, rotate, interact with another kind of product as well. But the customization, then I know that my time is going to be end. Last thing I would like to share with you is a further step of customization. In these things, in this environment, which is a more complex showroom, I'm able to move in the space. I can appreciate a different point of view, but if I want, I can use automatic camera movement to be to restore the view, for example. I can interact with the product. I can call for different products as well, and everything has been done codeless. And I may be able also to change and interact with the light setting to maybe create a special effect and a more engaging, for example, an unveiling product experience. So basically,
yeah, thank you.
This is showing 3D.
Yeah, could you look at the chat window? There are several questions for you.
Yeah, sure. Just a second, that I'm sharing my experience on 2 different screens. Yeah. Oh yes, it's here. Where is the chat? Oh, sorry. I'm struggling with the
Let me
I think
help
there are
you.
several about like a comment about actually the old like
oh yeah, here, sorry.
Fantastic.
yeah I had to stop the screen sharing, otherwise I'm not able to see, sorry, the question.
Yeah,
here
you left
are.
1 minute, so if you have any question, then
okay, the minimum requirement from the users. Well, there's not a minimum requirement from the users, because the system automatically creates the subset in order to spread the same experience accordingly to the computational power of the client. I'm pressing demo. Respect, Derek. Thanks a lot. Should we have a video record catalog product? Of course you can. Yes. Please drop me a line via email. I'd be more than glad to give you a lot of video example, and then we can also go in depth with any kind of technical questions.
Yeah,
take a
and
demo,
then also
of course.
you can have a question through the chat window, and then you can communicate with the audience. And the audience, if audience have questions specifically to the Emanuele, and then you can left like your question to Emmanuel, and then he'll
Yeah.
personally answer for that. Okay, so
So
it's time.
thanks for your
So
time.